What's good? It's your boy Quay Price. We're back with another show. Got King sliding in real quick. King, what's good, man? I can't hear you. Can't
Probably a
hear you.
little bit late on CP time, but we done made it.
Well, there you go. There you go. What's good with you?
Blessed, man. Working, running around, things is happening. We just won another festival, dog. Another. You dig is going crazy right now, man. It's going so crazy. Nothing but God. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super excited. Cup filling up, bro. And then, like, Quay, you know what, though, bro? You know what, bro?
What's
I
good?
always wanted to do motivational speaking, bro. And so I started doing a little bit of Clubhouse. You know what I mean? And out of nowhere, bro, like when people started hearing me speak, man, God is opening up so many speaking engagements that my cup is overflowing. And so I had to tell my sister, look, you take care of the scheduling. You take care of the booking. I don't want to do none of that. I just want to speak. I just want to be a blessing. I don't care if it's one person or a million. It don't matter because the message ain't for me. The information ain't mine to keep. And so, bruh, it's just happening. It's happening, and I'm super grateful, bro. And so I'm gonna do this for the first time on the show because we never done this before on the show. I got a little surprise. I'm gonna blow this up real quick so y'all can see I wasn't playing about winning another one. What'd you see, Quay?
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, it is.
There it is.
Yeah, it is. We out here, man. Just God, bro. Just God, bro.
For
Talk
sure.
to me nice. What's going on in your world, on your side, brother?
Man, doing well, man. Like I said, this family's well. Everybody's healthy, man. So, like I said, I have no complaints. Like I said, as long as the family is good, I'm good, man. But
Big facts.
I'm not gonna front. It's getting a little interesting up here, man. So we gonna have to get
Hey, wait. One last thing. Gang. Russell Westbrook is Laker, baby. Russell Westbrook is Laker. Let's go.
Here you go.
My bad. I had to get that out of my
Let me
system.
get into this, man. Shout out to everybody joining us tonight. This is Looking to Mirror the Conversation. I'm one of your co-hosts, Quay Price. We got our other co-host, King Jaquil Martin, with us doing our thing, having these conversations, getting into the topics. And like I said, shout out to you for joining us tonight. Shout out to you and everybody who has shared out the show. Shout out to everyone who has brought a friend with them to the show. Shout out to all the newcomers that have come along to come on the show and give their input and even join the panel for that matter. So like I said, shout out to everybody who's been supporting Looking to Mirror the Conversation, since the inception of the show. And let's say we appreciate your continued support. You appreciate you rocking with us and just, making this thing happen. Man, you want to say something real quick, man? We're going to get in these sponsors, man.
Man, let's go ahead and get to these sponsors, pay these bills. Hey, but I want to tell y'all something. You know why me and Quay show successful, bro? Because we check our egos at the door, bro.
Sure.
I don't care because I started this or had an idea. I love my guy over there, bro. This is an amazing host, an amazing man, an amazing friend, an amazing husband. And guess what, bro? Quay, I honor you, bro. And I'm so glad that God has blessed our friendship to develop into all of this for us just to be able to love on each other, show respect to each other, and show an example of how two brothers can come together to create something that nobody even thought was possible, bro. So I just want to give you your roses and honor you, King.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. Like I said, much love, man. Like I said, love you back, man. Like I said, appreciate the growth, like I said, the friendship, the support. And like I said, just making this thing happen, as a unit, man. So like I said, once again, as we look to change that trajectory, this is just a prime example, of how a couple brothers can get together and make it happen. And just keep it moving forward. So let's say shout out to that, man. But let me hit these sponsors real quick, then we're gonna get on into this real quick. Let's see what we got. All right, shout out to our first sponsor, War on Friendly Grounds. This is our own King Jaquil Martin's book right here, 5-star rated on Amazon. I see he also has the film War on Friendly Grounds, like you mentioned earlier, that's hitting all the film festivals, getting award after award after award. So definitely go check this brother out. A War on Friendly Grounds.com, A War on Friendly Grounds with an S.com.
Buy that book.
For sure, definitely get that book. And shout out to our second sponsor, Two Sons Juice Co. This is a cold pressed juice company based in Metro Detroit, all natural, no preservatives, no chemicals. Basically fruit and veggies in a bottle. That's it. So definitely go check them out. The number Two Sons Juice Co.com. The number Two Sons Juice Co.com. All right. All right. All right, cool. So let me drop this link real quick for anybody who wants to join us on the panel. Let me put that up so you guys can see it. So there's the link right there. I'm also going to drop it down in the chat streams.
Yeah.
So you guys will have it. So give me 1 sec. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead and do the title and the drop down and bring up the guest, and I'm gonna come right back on the show. They want me to do another speech real quick. I got you.
I got you. Go ahead, man. All right, all right. So yeah, so we got the link up on the feed there, and we also have it down in the chat feeds for the show as well for anybody in the chat as well. But yeah, so the topic we're gonna get into tonight is mandatory vaccines. Is it right or wrong? Mandatory vaccines. Is it right or wrong? So yeah, I want to let King get back on real quick so we can get into this. But yeah, like I said, anybody watching right now, drop a comment. Just let us know, on the topic, mandatory vaccines. Is it right or wrong? Chloe, how you doing?
Hey y'all. What's up?
Nothing much. Waiting on King to slide back on here so we can get into the show. You know how you do. You know how you do. But yeah, so we're gonna be talking about these mandatory vaccines. Is it right or wrong tonight? I don't know. You got any initial thoughts on that at all?
I don't know, maybe my opinion, it may or may not be popular, but I just have always thought that medical questions or decisions should be private, and they should be something that each individual decides and determines for themselves. I don't know when we became a free nation that enforces experimental drugs on its population. I guess here we are. This is what we've become. I think that it's quite interesting, but I would love to hear somebody else's perspective. I mean, spoiler alert, I am absolutely against it. I don't think that this is a community issue. I don't think what I decide to put in and on my body should be up for a vote. And I definitely don't think it should be determined by a group of people who have never met me, and don't know me and don't know my circumstances. So for me, it's a no.
Okay. No, I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, no, like I said, it's an interesting conversation because, of course, we're up here in Michigan. And you hear about a new company who is mandating seems like literally weekly now. We've had, let's say for, folks who are not familiar with Michigan, we've got some health systems up there, here that have mandated the vaccines. Henry Ford Health System was one of them. I want to say Trinity Health System, Ascension Health System. Now, as of recently, Beaumont Health System has also mandated. And even more recent than that, saw that Google, with I want to say 130,000 team members, is moving forward with a mandate on vaccinations. And yeah, I'm just, like I said, it's interesting because, a lot of, these CEOs and HR departments and so forth, stated that they were not going in this direction. And it seems like just how quickly that has changed. And, another thing that I think is just it's a little sad. I'm gonna be honest. It's a little sad because, we just went through this whole initiative around diversity and inclusion, right? So just this past year, there was this big move about, this big movement with regard to diversity and inclusion, and the fact that, people work at these companies and they are isolated, or they're segregated against, or they're oppressed, or they're not included, or essentially treated as not treated as a part of the gang or the group, if you will. And the way that essentially makes people feel, or discriminates against people for that matter. Now in 2021, we are now essentially doing the same thing, that we just had a whole movement about, or a whole movement to shed a light or shine a light on a situation that was existing. And we're now essentially doing the same thing all over again. Yeah, let me grab this comment. I think this is good. I just lost it. Shout out to Rosalind Shaw for joining us. She said, we have to be careful with this. Next will be abortion control, rape, incest, and chip implants.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Rosalind, I think you're right. Like I said, I think we do have to be very careful with this, because we're now talking about people's rights. We're talking about people's rights to privacy. We're talking about people's rights to essentially live their life the way they choose. And I remember, not too long ago, there was a lot of terms going around. One of them was, your body, your choice.
Right.
And I'm trying to figure out, like, what happened to that? Like, what happened to your body, your choice? It's like that literally has gotten thrown out the door.
No, we like
we
like to compartmentalize things, right? We like to, whatever is the trending movement of the moment, right? Like we change movements, we switch movements like we change our underwear. Like
Right.
literally, when it was abortion, it was your body, your choice. Now it's a vaccine, it's not your body, your choice. Now I'm hearing things like, well, it's a moral issue. Where's your morality? Or no, it's an ethical issue. And it's like, wait. So when it's abortion and it's my body, it's my body. It's a personal issue. But when it's whether or not I want to put an experimental drug in my body or not, then it's a moral issue or it's the ethical issue. How do you get to determine my morality? Your morality and my morality might be different. So I don't want the government to determine my morality. We weren't raised the same. We don't have the same values. We don't have the same background. So all of those things determine my morality. My experience in this nation also has some effect on my morality. And let's just be honest. The elephant in the room is Black people have a valid reason for distrusting medicine, especially experimental ones like this. We have a real valid reason. We have a valid reason. How many times have we been used as lab rats? So it's not far-fetched for us to feel some type of way about this vaccine. At the very least, some people are just like, you know what? I just want more time. I want to do more research. I just don't feel comfortable right now. And that should be their choice.
Right.
For some people, it's just that simple. For some people, they're not necessarily saying maybe they won't ever get it. They're just saying, I'm not comfortable yet. Like it's still too new and I'm just not comfortable. And that should be their right. Now you have their employers saying, well, get comfortable or you can't work here.
Right.
I thought we cared about people's health, and health is not just your physical health. What about my mental health? What about my emotional health? That's all a factor too. If you're forcing me to put something in my body that's experimental, it's still experimental, guys, and I feel some type of way about it. Basically, I'm doing this under duress. How does that not affect me mentally? Does that not affect me emotionally?
Right.
What about that? Do we not care? Do we stop caring about? I thought mental health was like the thing now. See how we switch movements? Wasn't that important? Wasn't it not important, people's mental health? I don't get it. Like, it's like we're throwing every single thing out, everything else that we said we cared about. Diversity. Well, diversity includes diversity of thoughts. When you talk about diversity, that means considering someone's the fact that they're different. They have a different viewpoint, they have a different morality, and they have different thoughts and feelings.
Right.
So don't tell me you're about DEI when I can't come to you and say, I'm uncomfortable with this due to certain experiences. I'm just not ready to do this. I don't want to do it. And you say, well, none of that matters. But then want to turn around and parade my Black face when I am 2% of your entire employee population.
Right.
I just
Very
think
true.
it's disrespectful. Throw the whole corporate scene in the trash.
Yeah. Yeah, no, listen, I can feel you on that. Like I said, it's just interesting to me. One, like I said, this is still, people, first of all, let me clarify something. I hear a lot of folks going around talking about that this is approved, and it is not approved. It is authorized for emergency use. So that is the status that it is in right now. It is not approved. So like I said, we definitely got to do some research on what's actually happening. But yeah, it is just it's surprising to me. Because like I said, being in Michigan, you're literally seeing companies literally weekly. And I'm just wondering, one, as of course, the topic question is it right or wrong? And then two, I'm just wondering, are a lot of these companies considering the fallout that is going to happen, with mandating a vaccine? Because I'm sure you're going to have a percentage of your workforce who is not in support of it, so for whatever their reasons are. And everybody has different reasons why they're not in support of it. But there's definitely going to be some fallout. There's definitely going to be, quote unquote, an exodus of team members from a lot of these organizations because of this. And I said, it just makes you wonder, do the companies, do they really want to do this, or are they being pushed to do it? Or are they being pressured? It's just weird, man. And it's interesting how fast it has morphed. Like I said, I remember some of these companies, especially Google. I remember, some of these leadership speaking out about this, like, no, we're not doing that. We're going to have all our workers work remote. We ain't going that route. And it's interesting how quickly these companies have flipped. Like it's literally overnight for some of these companies. Let me get this other comment. Let's see. Roslyn Shaw, she says, your values should dictate your self-care. Mandates should not substitute those. No, and that's facts. That's facts. And it literally starts to feel like, Roz, it starts to feel like these companies are literally saying, and I'm gonna be blunt, it's like they're literally saying, F your values. Like F your morals, F your moral compass, F your standards. It's like, do this or else.
Yeah, you vaccinate, and I'll be the first one to say it. Vaccinate, or you can't feed your family. Vaccinate, or you can't buy food. Vaccinate, or you can't sell. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Right.
Ooh. I can't buy or sell. What that sound like? I mean, is this where we at? Is this what it comes to? Like, where are we? I have to vaccinate, or I can't buy, sell, or feed my family? Where are we? I woke up and we in Revelations? What happened? I mean, it's just, I don't understand where we, how did we get here? I think the question that everybody should be really asking themselves, I mean, really just introspectively asking themselves is, when will enough be enough? Right? Like Roz already said it. Next it'll be, oh, well, we're going to tell you what to do with your vagina. Or, we're going to tell you, I mean, when will enough be enough? Like sky's the limit. I mean, I think at some point we have to, And I'm not saying that it will change anything, because I feel like, unfortunately, it's not unfortunate, it's just reality. I feel like this train is moving. Those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, they know what's up, they know what this is. And at this point, you can't stop it. But I think more people should be questioning it. I think you should be questioning your companies. I think you should be pushing back, even if for no other reason other than to make your opinion heard, to be heard, and to let it be known that you're not willingly just going along with it. You're not just being, a good little soldier and doing what you're told. I think that we do have to find, really, now is when we should use our voices. I don't know that it'll stop anything. I am actually pretty confident that it won't. I think this is a train that can't be stopped at this point because there are outside influences that we have zero control over. That's pushing this agenda, and I think that people should really be paying attention, because this won't be the last time. Like this will not be the last time that they put you in a situation where you are forced to accept something. It will not be the first time. So I think people should be thinking about that. And anyone who, if you decided to take it, great. That I respect your not great, but I respect your decision. If that was your decision, you made the decision that was best for you, as you should. But I think that those people who are still on the fence or undecided, or those who are just like, I don't want it, should also be able to make that same decision that they feel is best for them. I don't like the way those who have taken the vaccine, especially those in power, are now putting pressure on those who haven't, when it really is, like Roz said, it really is a personal decision based off your morals and your values. It really is. And now we're telling people we don't care if they feel differently. We're literally saying we don't care anymore about your feelings. It makes us feel comfortable. It takes our fear away. And I just think we haven't even gotten to talking about how this thing is not promised you're not promised to not still catch the virus. We haven't even begun to talk about that, but you want people to inject an experimental drug into their bodies that we do not know what long-term side effects are going to be, because I do not want to hear people keep telling me that, oh, I took it and I'm fine. You're fine now. No offense to anybody, because you have to make a decision that's best for you. But the truth is, it hasn't been that long. It has not been that long. Nobody knows what the long-term side effects are. They don't even know, because they weren't even able to do a exhaustive trial on this thing because they rushed it so much. So they don't even really know what the long-term side effects are. And maybe for some people, they're just not comfortable with that. And it makes sense to me.
Right. Yeah, no, I understand. So King, man, you with us, man?
100%, brother.
How's it looking out west, man? Are y'all seeing mandates and stuff down that way?
We're getting emergency text messages about the COVID shot every day.
Wow.
I just got a message from my agent that told me production companies want to know if actors are vaccinated or not. And if they're not, they will not be getting auditions.
Wow.
So that I find myself in a very peculiar situation. I find that very intriguing. I'm still in no rush to get nothing. Shout out to all the brave people who did do that. I understand why you did it. Everyone did it for other reasons. Some people wanted to be around family members and whatever that sacrifice was. Because if I had to go take a shot to see my son, I'm taking one every day, every hour, every second, whatever. Because I love my baby like that, both of them. So it's interesting how we think that we have rights. It's interesting that the same right that you claim to have can be taken away with fear. It's interesting how they use the same tactics before we go to war. It might not be a bio war like it is now. We had buildings being blown up. We had planes being hijacked in order to, get permission to go to war. But it's almost as if they use that same thing of fear to go to war with us. And instead of it being a bomb, it's been us lockdown.
Right.
My question is, while we're locked up in the house and nobody going outside, somebody outside, I wonder what's going on. What's being done while everyone's in the house? I do know one thing out of history that I've been living on this planet. When everyone is looking left, I wonder what they're doing on the right. So for me, I just didn't understand the vaccination from one standpoint. And because anything can kill you, so you can go whenever you want to go. They said that if you get vaccinated, it can help prevent you from dying, or it's less harmful. But people die for different reasons at different levels because everyone's body is different. And so what I didn't understand is, how is it that I'm taking a shot that I can still get and I can still transmit? Now, that can happen with any and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my question is why would you say no mask behind that then?
Right.
If I can still transmit a disease that is so dangerous that you had to lock the whole world down, why would I have the freedom to walk around maskless when I can still, give the disease to someone else? I can still. So that was a little bit of my frustration and confusion. And of course, I want the world to be a better place. But in that, we still have the right to ask why. We have the right to understand. And I feel like everyone wants everyone to understand their community or their situation until it's time for someone to understand you and give you that same grace and that same mercy. So for me, I'm asking other people to give me the same grace and the same mercy and the same respect to make my own decision, because you made your decision about your life, your circumstance, and your viewpoint and how you handle life. So if you can ask for grace, then you should be more than willing to give grace. Another thing that kind of tripped me out about the whole scenario was restaurants. What is the difference in eating outside in a tent than eating inside the restaurant? I'm trying to figure it out. Me and my friend, we went to a lunch today, and as we approached inside the building, we were wearing our mask. Inside the building, nobody had the mask on because they were eating. The guy approached my friend because he didn't have his mask on, and he said, "Hey, can you please put your mask on?" But 5 steps away, everybody's sitting in the building with no mask on. What is the difference to me approaching the register with the mask and then everybody inside the building ain't got no mask because they're eating? I didn't understand that. It was a little bit of confusion. I might not be the smartest person, and so I have questions because I'm dumb. And because I'm dumb, I want to ask these questions of, what's the difference of when I entered the door wearing a mask and then I sat down and I took the mask off? What is the difference if I get vaccinated, yet I can still carry it? Who's to say when I'm going to die and when I'm not going to die? And if everybody responds differently to different things, does the vaccine dictate to people's blood type? Because we have different blood types.
Right.
How did they make a one-size-fit-all vaccine? Because we have different races, different cultures, different people. So are we taking different styles of the vaccine? And then you got every single letter of the vaccine that's starting to come out. You got Delta, you're going to have Alpha, and then you're going to have Bravo and Charlie and every single letter of the phonetic alphabet coming out. And so my question is, are they preparing us for a lockdown when winter comes? Because supposedly, I'm not the smartest person. Remember, I'm very dumb. That the vaccine cannot withstand heat during the summer, or there's a certain temperature that the vaccine cannot, live in. Let's say it that way, because of the temperature. So I don't understand how things would spike during the summer if something couldn't survive during that type of weather, climate change.
Right.
But at the same time, what's going to happen, because winter is coming. Winter is coming and the temperatures are changing and people are going to be people. How many people will go back in their houses after sitting in their house for a year? How many people will be okay with government assistance again and the United States of food stamps, because everyone's going to get a certain stipend again? And my last thing before I wrap up, I don't understand how we can do a stipend for every person in the United States because of the vaccine, but we couldn't give Black people reparations. So Black people are a certain percentage of the United States. So you telling me that 100% of the United States could get checks multiple times, but a certain lower percentage of the United States could not get the reparations? How, Sway? I don't know who did the math on that. So I'm dumb. And so forgive my ignorance and my stupidity. I just have dumb questions. And so if anybody's in the live that would like to talk to a dummy and help me become smart, please educate me, because I don't want to walk around with a little dunce hat on my head. So somebody help me out, please.
I got that. We got some comments lining up, so let me get these comments. Rosin Shaw said, I can relate to the fear of our people, especially with voters' rights being a topic for change. It makes it as a possible genocide. I'm vaccinated and I still wear a mask. She's lost friends and family.
Shout out to you, Show, for doing that. Hey, I'm proud of you for being brave enough to do that. Like, this isn't a bash vaccinated versus, people that aren't vaccinated. This isn't that at all. So I'm sorry for your losses. I'm proud of you for being brave enough to step up and want to do that for yourself and for your family and everything else. I pray that it's a safe situation. I pray for you and your family, and I congratulate and commend you on that.
Sure, for sure. Let's see, Erica Erickson, she said, I'm so over these text messages. Just let people do what they feel is best for them. The vaccines haven't even been FDA approved. And I think that's really what it is, Erica. It's just like, what point did all of a sudden we lose a choice, right? People were telling us you had a choice or you had options. But now we're mandating. So see, that kills choices and options. So yeah, I'm feeling like Los a little bit. I'm a little confused myself, because I'm like, that don't sound like a choice or options to me. Go ahead, man.
Can I get a drum roll real quick, Quay?
I don't know if I got a drum, man. I ain't got no drum roll on here, man. Come on, man. What?
It's something that's similar to a drum roll, because I'm about to drop a bomb. Can I get a couple of bombs before I say this? When in the hell have they ever gave out free weed to get a shot? I just want to know. They're giving out free weed. No, this is real in California.
I know. They're giving out donuts up here.
They're giving out free donuts, free smoothies, bingo tickets, lottery tickets, scholarships. They're probably letting people out of jail. What the hell is going on? I'm a dummy. I don't understand. So you telling me that I can go get, a quarter ounce of COVID-19 to smoke, you know what I'm saying? If I get vaccinated, you gonna give me an ounce of weed? That's what we bargain with to get somebody to vaccinate it? I don't. So I can go to Wendy's and get free Frosties, even though shout out to Wendy's because them Frosties be slapping. I like it. Or you get that swirl with the chocolate and vanilla mix. I ain't gonna lie to you. You almost got me, Wendy's. You can get free McDonald's fries. You can get free chicken. They know Black people like chicken. They giving out free watermelon. Black folks like watermelon. They giving out your favorite stuff. They playing your favorite songs in karaoke now. They keeping the bars open. They giving you what you want. What you want to get this shot. Matter of fact, we're going to pay for it. It's on the government.
Right.
I mean, I think that's when you should get like not scared, but you know what I mean. Like when you get concerned. I think that's when you should get concerned when they have to market a vaccine. Like I'm talking about like full scale marketing. Like when they have to market medicine like this, like you should question it. You just should question it because what's the bigger agenda at play? What really? Because I'm kind of over the government acting like they care about our health. Because let's just be honest, they don't. They are poisoning our food. Our air is full of metals. Our water is full of chlorine and everything else. But all of a sudden, you care so much about my health that you're willing to give me free donuts because that's healthy, weed because that's right. You willing to give me all these unhealthy things because you care so much about my health that you want me to get this vaccine. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie from the pit of hell. And people need to be questioning this. You need to be questioning why there is a full-scale campaign for this vaccine. You need to question it. Black people, if there was ever a time in the history of our existence in this nation that we needed to ask some questions, this is it. Question it. You are not wrong. Do not let anybody tell you you're wrong because oh, this is just that black thing, you know. This ain't like the whole syphilis thing. This ain't the same thing. How is that? Didn't they tell them? Didn't they say it was free for them too? Didn't they tell them it was gonna help them too? I'm just trying to. Did they not say? And let me just go off on this tirade for just 1 second. Just tolerate me for one more second. Did they not say your boy? I probably can't say his name because they probably gonna take y'all video down. But the one that used to be over that computer company, but now he's a medical expert. Didn't him and his wife and a foundation, wasn't they the one that came through and was like, the first people that need to get this is black people and old people. They need to be the first in line for this. Why are you trying to give it to the black people and the old people first? Why? What's your motivation? Stop trying to tell black people that they so sickly and their immune system so horrible that we can't survive anything. When it's been proven that this thing is ravaging other communities. It's ravaging other communities, but they post the numbers to make it look like, because we're already a smaller population, they post them numbers to make it look like it's just running rampant in the black community. And nobody is saying that black people haven't lost their lives, lost their loved ones to this. I'm not saying that. We know that that's true. But to act like it's us more than somebody else and to keep perpetuating that same stereotype over and over and over again, and then to tell us, y'all need to get it first. Like I said, if ever a time that black people need to have some questions, this would be the time. This is not to say if you have already asked your questions, if you have already decided that it was the right thing for you, then that is not directed at you. You've already made your decision. This is for those who haven't. And I think that for you to mandate it, so now they don't even have a choice. I think we need to be paying attention to that. Why you need to do that? Why? People should be asking.
All right. Go ahead, King.
Can I get some drum rolls? Can I get some more bombs? Because I just like it to make me feel good. I got to stretch on this one. I got the dumbest question ever. Thank you, Jesus. Blah, 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 blah. Now, the government care about us so much, right? Then why the hell we ain't getting no fresh water in Flint?
Still ain't got it.
Care about us so much that they know that this lead was poisoning the people and the children of Flint, but they couldn't get no damn help. But they give out free weed.
Well, we got lottery up here though, man. You gotta remember Michigan got a lottery. So if you've taken your vaccines, you can enter yourself into a Michigan basically lottery basically and win. I want to say there's multiple prizes, $1 million, $50,000. Like there's prizes, man. For people that have been, vaccinated.
It is a known fact that children were getting lead poison.
Right.
That families was getting poisoned with lead. It is a known fact, not just for a moment, for years.
Right.
And the government didn't do nothing. Now they love us so much. Okay, I could be stupid because that could just be one moment. What happened with Katrina? How long was people down there with water and couldn't get no help while the government was reading books and playing golf and everything else, while people were dying because of flood? I'm not smart because I know they love us so much and they so concerned. I didn't see no scholarship funds. I didn't see no Wendy's Frosties. I didn't see no McDonald's fries being given away, no chicken and watermelon being given away then. I'm just trying to see, how much the government loves us. 9/11, because the government loves us so much. I'm just trying to figure out that. I'm trying to look at the love. I'm trying to see the love that we've been getting because they love us so much that they putting all this money behind giving out this free stuff because they love us and they want to protect us. And our safety is so important. Thank you, government, because I know you love us. I know you love me. I'm stupid. So forgive my ignorance for just thinking about how you love me in this abusive relationship. Beat me, daddy, beat me. I'm just saying, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to put this together. I'm trying to compute it. I'm trying to figure it out. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with that. I should have the free right to try to ask these questions to come up with some answers to make me feel comfortable about yes or no, do I want to take this? This is something new. This is something that the world has never experienced before. If I've never experienced this before, why do I need to rush into this decision? If I'm a virgin, why do I need to rush into sex? Shouldn't I have the right over my body to take the time to pop my virginity or give it away when I want to give it away? Should I be forced or rushed into that decision? And that goes for men and women. I'm just saying, why is it that my COVID virginity got to be rushed? Why is it that I'm being demeaned because I want to stay a virgin right now? Not saying that not one day that I might not get the shot or get vaccinated, but why do I have to rush? What is the rush? Because what you told me was that regardless of whether I get the shot or not, I can still get COVID.
Facts.
So why do I need to rush? Why do I got to rush my prom date? Why I got to give you some? Why can't I stay pure by my choice because I'm not ready to without you judging me? Without you trying to put me in a box, without you trying to penalize me. You can't work. You can't. Wait. I thought you said you love me. You love me so much that you're trying to take away my jobs. You're trying to take away my travel. You're trying to take away my freedom. You're trying to take away the fact that I want to work, but I can't go to work. I can't feed my family. I can't take care of myself. I can't do nothing. But you love me, though, because this is so important. Please help me understand, because I want to love you back. I do, government. I want to love you back. Help my ignorant self, because I ain't that smart. So please give me whatever education that I need so that way I can grow and I can trust you. I can open myself up to you to give you my virginity of being vaccine free. Please convince me, woo me, light some candles, take me out for dinner. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me sweet, send me letters. You know what I mean? Sing a song to me, leave a note in my pocket. Yeah.
Wait, all you want is some dinner? They got you.
I'm
they got you on a dinner. You get some dinner. What you want, McDonald's? You want some Burger King? They'll let you supersize it. You want to supersize it?
Look, you're going to have to romanticize me. You ain't going to take me to McDonald's and get my nookie now.
Oh, they got some McDonald's for you.
Look, you can't get me high. You can't get me high to get my your milkshake ain't bringing all the boys in the yard.
Y'all
they give you
crazy.
the weed first. You eat anything after that.
It depends. I ain't taking no edibles. Don't want your edible. How about that?
Let me get some
You know
more
what
of these comments.
How about I just want some Two Sons juice and I'm okay. Let me drink my Two Sons juice and be all right.
You can do that too, man. Let me get some of these comments. Let's see. Erica Arrington, she said, people still die from the flu, and that vaccine isn't mandatory. It's an option.
Hallelujah.
That's a valid point, Erica. It's a valid point. Man, I got a lot of comments in here. Hold on. Let me get
music.
Peter, he said, for me, that's a hell no. He said, I've already seen part of their hand this past year. From being locked down in my home to little brother crying to big brother about GameStop. For sure. Yeah, we definitely saw a lot coming into 2021, Peter. Let's see. Erica Arrington, she said, same with the airport. LOL, keep your 6 feet distance. But when you're on the plane, you're sitting right next to someone. So yeah, she was co-signing what you're saying with the restaurant, Los. Let's see, Rising Shaw, she said meds are meds. Flu shots, aspirin, nothing is one size fit all. Bottom line, it's too new. Let's see, it's too new and too quick. I believe that's the main concern. I'm just saying. And yeah, Roz, for a lot of people, that is the main concern. You know, this thing got turned around real quick. And like I said, I've heard all the arguments, right? So I've heard people say, oh, you know, they had COVID, they was working on COVID vaccines years ago. And then they just decided to go live with this one once this COVID-19 popped up and all of that. To be honest, I ain't trying to hear that. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I haven't seen no breakdown on side effects. You know, typically when a medication has years in circulation, they have cases of certain side effects, ailments. You know when they run a pharmaceutical commercial or medication commercial, and you know how they get on there and they start running down all them side effects, they run it do it real quick so you can barely hear it. And see, I ain't heard none of that for COVID yet. I ain't heard not one COVID commercial with the little man on there giving you the side effects of your eyes going bloodshot, you losing your mind, your heart swelling, and then possible side effects of death. Like I haven't heard that commercial yet for COVID. So I'm just curious where that commercial is at. Go ahead, Los.
You talking about them late night commercials?
Yeah.
Hi, are you at home? Have you taken the COVID-19 shot? If you lost one nut and 3 toes, please dial 1-800-422-987.
Right.
Yeah, government.
Right. Those commercials, I haven't heard it, man. Like I said, I have not heard it, man. And like I said, that's because there has not been no substantial time on this thing. But let me get another one.
Hey Quay, when they drop the COVID commercial, they gonna hit him with the jingle. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no.
Right. You know it. Shout out to Rodney Lamar Page. He said, Quay Price, you said it months ago, man. The marketing of all this is suspect. Yeah, Rodney, and you know, like I said, for me, man, you know, anybody who knows me, you know, I stay in the money. I stay in the markets. I stay in the finances. And the one thing that I know is if you got to put these types of marketing and advertising dollars behind a vaccine or medication, something is off. And I'm talking about to the point where now we have municipalities like Michigan and Ohio literally doing lotteries, and they still ain't told us where that lottery money coming from. I'm assuming that's on the taxpayers' bills now, as always, but we literally have Michigan and Ohio literally doing lotteries to cut you a check because you've taken a vaccine or taken a shot. And it's like, when did we, like, does that not raise any questions for anybody? Like, have you ever heard of a lottery for you to take let's just say a polio vaccine? Like, have you ever heard of a lottery for you to take a flu shot? Does this not trigger any questions for anybody? And like I said, I'm not knocking anybody who has taken it. I'm not knocking you at all. I said it's your body. Once again, it's your body, your choice. But just real talk. Think about that. Have you ever seen anything like this before? Like, have you ever seen you know, Krispy Kremes ready to give you donuts to take a shot. Like, have you ever seen somebody, you know, Popeyes ready to give you a 2-piece and a biscuit and a pepper to take a vaccine? Like, I mean, this has to trigger some questions for somebody. Just in its most basic form. Like, it's got to trigger some type of questions. The fact that the push is so hard or so substantial to the point where we have companies. Now, mind you, let's think about it from this perspective, right? Once again, I stay in the money. So follow me for a minute. You know, most of these companies are successful because of the workers. Let's think about that. Most of these companies are successful because of the workers. Yeah, because without the workers, there's no product. Nobody can create the products. Nobody can create the F-150 without line workers. Nobody can make the Ram without guys on the line, without engineers in the back office, without logistics guys, without truck delivery. Like, it takes people. And we're literally at a point in 2021, in July of 2021, where we have major corporations saying that they're literally saying that forget these workers if you don't take this shot. Regardless if my product needs you to even be a product. So now we're talking about bottom lines being affected. Now we're talking about possible corporate fallouts taking place because basically people are exiting because they choose not to take the shot. Now we're talking about hospital systems that already, as they keep telling us, are already, getting back to this overwhelmed point. And now we're talking about possibly losing additional nurses and staff and physicians because they've chosen not to take a vaccine. So now we're putting the current patients that are in the hospital at an even higher risk. Because now we're going to possibly go into a situation where we're overworking the nurses that have been vaccinated, but at the same time risking the patients who pay the bills that keeps the hospital in business. So, I mean, I think we need to sit down and actually process what is happening. Like I said, we talking about a removal of rights at this point. Yeah, this is far. I mean, once again, I know that the vaccine is the catalyst, and that's what we're talking about tonight. This is far larger than just a vaccine. Yeah, now we're talking about human rights. Yep, in a minute, they're going to be telling you, your kids can't go to school no more. Like I said, I think people need to really sit down and understand and digest what kind of slope we are on. And it's getting serious out here, and it's moving quick. So I think, to Chloe's point, if any time is the time that you need to be questioning, and that's another thing I want to point out I've noticed. When COVID was hot, and when this thing was hitting last year strong, media was feeding you COVID report after COVID report, numbers after numbers, cases after cases, overwhelmed hospital after overwhelmed hospital. They was feeding you day in and day out. Now we got a situation where these mandates are popping up. These vaccine mandates are popping up, and you have people over in other countries right now going ham, protesting, fighting cops, gas masking, smoke bombs, you name it. And I'm not seeing that stuff being published and advertised. It's like it's being kept quiet. It's stuff going on in Australia and Europe and all type of stuff right now. And it's like that stuff is literally being kept quiet. And it should make you wonder. Yep, if they can feed you numbers all day long, they can feed you cases all day long, they can tell you every single hospital all around your home is over capacity, then why can't they show you all of this resistance that's going on across the world right now? Why is that being kept quiet? Why are they keeping that a secret? So yeah, I think folks, like I said, folks just got to sit down and digest what is going on and actually consider what we are up against. Let me get this comment from Rodney. He said, "We are coming to the last days, people. Christ is coming. Get ready."
Hey, can I go?
Go ahead, man.
Can you keep the bombs going? Keep the bombs going. Quite keep the bombs. Feel good. They are. I got another dumb. Let me put my dumb comment out there first. I'm stupid. So this is another dumb comment by King Jacquel Martin. They are creating another device of division. The vaccinated versus the non-vaccinated. The Bible says man united can accomplish anything. So how can we create more division? Because the more people are divided, the less they can see the truth. I'm saying, I don't know if y'all got that in the audience. I'm gonna say that one more time. The more people are divided, the less you can see the truth, because you're too busy arguing. You're too busy pointing fingers. You're too busy not looking at the bigger picture, because you are now inside the box that we told you and that we created for you. So you can't even see the bigger game being played. You're too worried about if you're vaccinated or not. And the problem is whether you're vaccinated or not, all y'all can still carry the damn disease. All y'all can still get COVID. But y'all so busy pointing fingers at each other. We over here. Where the hell all this money going? Where's all this money going? Somebody getting paid. Somebody getting paid from these COVID tests. Because I know I've seen some rapid tests that go for $125, $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, $700. Go. So somebody getting some bread off this. Big Pharma making some big money off this. Somebody has just became a multi-millionaire, billionaire off of COVID. And how can you work on something? Okay, because I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. How can you work on something, right? A long time ago, if you didn't know what you was already creating? How could you start creating antidotes for something? How could you already have the patent for it already? How could you already have the parameters around it? How could you set up all this other different situations already if you wasn't prepping for it? They say usually the things that come into fruition today has been planned 10 years ago. So I want to know what was the originality of when this thing was first created. I want to know the patent behind that all the way. Not what the patent that they told you and the dates that they told you to put, because anybody can change anything and say this is this when they want to say this is this if you got enough cash, because cash is king. And we already learned throughout history, he who has the gold makes the rules. So if I have the gold and I'm making the rules, I can change whatever the hell I want to tell you, and then go pay everybody at these radio stations and then say this. I can also tell doctors, say this. Every death is because of COVID. Because we do have some doctors that admitted that they falsified reports. We do got some false negative tests. We do got people, and that's what that killed me too. We got a whole bunch of false negative tests. So you got people that think they got COVID, that don't got COVID, but don't think they got COVID. But you're supposed to wear a mask, but you don't need to wear a mask, because if you get COVID, then you got the shot, so you can't give COVID away. But yeah, you can still give COVID away because COVID is still transmittable. There's a lot of confusion going on. Definitely. There are a lot of things that are unclear. And the biggest thing that is unclear to me is who get the damn money? Where the money going? Because somebody making some damn money.
You know it. Yeah, Pfizer getting a nice payout.
Because I know you ain't getting. I know you ain't getting the money. You know why? Because your ass in the house. You can't go to work. And if you don't do what I say, guess what? Your ass still can't go to work. You don't get the shot, you can't go to work. You can't buy food. You can't do this. That sounds like control to me. That is some amazing control. And I mean, we had to do a test run. Somebody had to do a test run. I'm finna wrap it up, Chloe. We had to do a test run because we had to see if the rats in the cage was gonna follow suit. We had to do a practice run before the real thing hit. I'm not saying that. So COVID was one. Now Delta coming. I know there's a difference in the military when we got the Delta Force. I know Delta is used for a reason. Why was this thing named Delta? What's behind that? I know there's a soldier and a Delta soldier, Delta Force. I know there's a difference in that. Just wondering. Go ahead, y'all. Leave me alone. I'm sorry. It just keep happening. They just keep coming. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Chloe.
I just think that, you know, I think I think Peter made a comment about it, about our rights, right? And I think, you know, even you, King, like you already said this, you know, that we think we have rights. Like the truth is we never really had any rights. We never really had true control over anything, because all they really done in the past is just dress it up to make us think we were making a choice, but really they weren't giving us a choice. Because you give us option one and then you give us option two, and either way we're choosing what you already have. You know, you've already made the selections for us. So either we choose this selection that you made for us, or we choose this selection that you made for us. So the whole idea of us having rights and having freedom is really a lie anyway. We really haven't had freedom or rights in this country for a very, very long time. But I think that, you know, it's something to be said about the fact that they already have the boosters ready for this thing too. Like they already have the booster shots, and they're saying that they're suggesting like every 6 to 12 months or something like that, that you should go and get boosters for the vaccine. So this is not about to go away any soon for the people who even have decided to go ahead and take the vaccine now. Like it's not going away. Like they are basically going to have you connected to this thing and tied to this thing for the foreseeable future, because they have a booster ready for you to take, you know, 6-12 months later, and then 6 to 12 months after that, they've got another booster for you to take. I think Pfizer is the one who already has theirs ready. And as a matter of fact, they're pushing right now for people to start taking their booster. And I just think it's crazy to me. People, you have to pay attention to this. Like, regardless of whatever your decision is, you taking it, you're not taking it, please pay attention to this. I think, you know, we have a lot of people who have stepped out as experts, and we're saying, trust the science, trust the science. You know, the thing about trusting the science is they haven't shown you any science. It's like, I want people to, have you paid attention? Who has actually shown you any science behind that? Who has actually shown you any science behind the virus to walk you through what it is and who, how, where, and when? And who has actually shown you, especially, any science behind the vaccine? They have told you very little about that vaccine. What they have done is, anytime somebody comes out, a doctor or physician or anything like that, anytime anyone comes out and says, oh, we found out that this vaccine has this in it, or that in it, or this in it, oh, they're quick to put out a rebuttal. Oh, well, no. But they have yet to give you a full ingredients list on what's in this vaccine. If you open up that leaflet to the vaccine, it's empty. You know why? Because they don't have nothing to tell you. They can't tell you no side effects. They can tell you no long-term side effects. They could tell you what's in it though, but they're not. So you want me to trust non-existent science. Why would I do that? Normally in science, they can give you a hypothesis, they can give you facts. This is science. Science is based on facts, right? Supposedly. But who has actually been able to give you facts around the COVID virus or facts around the vaccine? There has been no facts. They have been, we think this, we don't know this, we don't know about that, we think maybe this. Nobody has actually been able to give you real science behind this, but you want me to trust it. I'm supposed to trust it. And then if I question it, I'm a conspiracy theorist because I have questions. Because I just don't take the first thing that someone says to me. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Now I got to get, put in Facebook jail. I got to get my content taken down. I got to get censored. I got to get the big, false check on all my posts. But yet and still it's science, right? Like where I'm just posting the science. Guess what? I know what's in the vaccine. I've done my research. So I'm making what I feel is an educated decision for me, for me. And I think that you know, it just says a lot. I mean, it speaks volumes, guys, that they're forcing this on people. Like,
Yeah.
doesn't that speak volumes? Like, I think that speaks volumes that they're forcing this on people. And like I think Erica said it earlier, like the flu claims a lot of lives year over year. The flu claims a lot of lives, more than I think it should at this point, considering we've had the flu vaccine for so long. Yet we have not made that a mandatory vaccination. So why are we doing that with COVID? I mean, I just
Yeah.
think you want me to trust the science, but you haven't given me anything to really trust. You've given me nothing concrete. Um, just a lot of fear. You just fed people with a lot of fear. And whenever you know, they want to get you to make an emotional decision or make a decision based off of fear without thinking it through, without reason, I think you have to pay attention to that.
Yeah. And let me say this, because I'm looking at something right now that's I'm gonna be real with it. It's pissing me off a little bit. Um, Everybody should have a choice to do what they want to do. Yeah, I want to put that out there. Everybody should have a choice to do what they want to do with their body. Um, for the person who just posted what they just posted, I need you to kill that. And I'm sure you know who you are. I
What they
need you to kill that.
what they post?
Oh man, it's another one of these shots. Basically, you got somebody taking a shot at somebody because they have questions or concerns around the vaccine. And
Well,
then
go ahead on and share.
it's alluding to the fact that that person is talking a little, you know, as they like to label you these days, conspiracy, you know, you all this blah blah blah.
What is it? Post a post.
No, I'm not about to put it up. I'm not gonna put this person on blast because I said I ain't tacky like that. But at the
Okay.
end of the day,
They might have put themselves on blast. I mean, if you commented
it's
on a
all
public forum,
it's all good.
but
It's on their
you
timeline, so that ain't got nothing to do with me. But I'm
What
just gonna point that out. Like I
it
said,
could be
this is not. Go ahead, man.
it could be educational. It's okay. It could be an educational one because we're gonna have trolls. We're gonna have people that want to do different things. But
No,
we
it's
know
good.
how
It's
to
good.
level.
I'm not gonna go there. But basically, what I'm gonna use it is for a learning lesson. Yep, it is your choice what you do with your body. If you decide to vaccinate, that's your choice. At the same time, if somebody decides not to vaccinate, that is their choice. And neither person is better than the other because of the choice they made. Yep, and I'm tired of people trying to shame people into taking the vaccine that they have questions about. Yep, people should have questions. Yep, and I'm just surprised that some of the stuff that I see these days, you think one thing of people, and then you get to see how tacky some folks can be, and it's a little sad. And I'm gonna have to move accordingly based off of that. Yeah, but this ain't no beef. This ain't no battle between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. I know that's what they're trying to create, and a lot of us are falling right into that trap. I will say that. But we have to be smart enough to know that that is what is happening, and we have to stop playing into that. Yep. So if you don't went out here and took your vaccine, shout out to you. If you a person that's decided to not take the vaccine and you say I'm not touching it, shout out to you as well. Yep, those two people ain't enemies. Yep. So for all the cats out here who keep posting this old subliminal garbage, like you like you telling somebody something, kill all of that. Because you got a choice, just like the other person who doesn't want to take the vaccine got a choice as well. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, this mess is crazy. I need people to understand what is going on. Yeah, we are literally at a point where people who used to be friends are now bucking with each other over a shot. We literally at a point where a job that you were overqualified to have. You got all types of degrees and education and experience and everything else. And now this job is ready to shoot you onto the curb because you ain't took a shot. Yeah, we in a situation where we got little innocent kids running around here. All they trying to do is go to school and be with their little friends. And you ready to shut them down because they ain't took a shot. Yeah, this mess is ridiculous. Yeah, we talking about people's human rights. We're talking about people's privacy. Yeah, I got a dude out in Washington talking about sending people to your house to knock on your door. Yeah, we got all types of garbage going on. And like I said, at the end of the day, we did a show about this before, but we got to stop being so quiet. Yeah, let me step on your Jordans. You're going to let me have it. But these cats out here doing what they doing right now and everybody quiet. Nobody got nothing to say. Yeah, we gotta wake up to what's going on. Like I said, this ain't even no game at this point.
I got a question.
Go ahead, man.
I used to be in the military, which everyone probably knows already. What you don't know is that I was a 68 Golf, D1 Golf, which is a patient administration record specialist. So I used to work in the hospital. And one thing that I know about healthcare that still stands today is this little thing called HIPAA. What happened to HIPAA? Well, if you don't know what HIPAA is, it's basically, we break it down in short terms, it's a privacy act where can't no one disclose your medical information or your medical records, whether you've been vaccinated or whether you haven't been vaccinated. You know why? Because that's part of your medical privacy. So why is it that I have to share my medical privacy now? What happened to HIPAA? I would like to know. I'm stupid. I'm not the smartest person on the planet. So I'm sorry for some of the dumb questions that I ask. Now, certain people need to understand this. What you need to understand is no one is bashing anyone who has taken the shot. We have already given them their roses. We have already said we understand that you probably did it for yourself, that you did it for your loved ones, that you did it for the job that you choose to want to go to work for that way, in that manner. And there is nothing wrong for that. We commend you for your bravery. We commend you for stepping up to the plate and doing what you thought that was best for you. On the other side of that coin, please allow me to go through my process to make the decision that I need to make for myself, because I'm pretty sure when you heard COVID-19 that you had to get a shot, you had to go through some questions for yourself. You didn't just say, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna go get mine. You probably went through some questions. You probably had a thought process, and you probably said, hey, you know what? I want to do this because of blank. And this is why I'm going to do this because of blank. Well, allow other people who haven't filled in the blank time to process filling in the blank, because it's all right to be able to fill in the blank. You know why? Because we have free will. But see, it's amazing when you don't do what someone else wants you to do. Why are you angry? Why are you so mad? I don't understand. Please educate me why you're angry that someone else isn't ready to do that yet. Because my question to you is, can't you still get COVID? So if you can still get COVID and you can still transmit COVID, why are you angry at me? Aren't we in the same boat? Aren't you just more protected, supposedly, because your immune system is a lot stronger? So shouldn't I have more to fear than you? I'm not bright. I'm dumb. These are just little simple questions I want to ask. But like I said, it's amazing how people can sit there and play a little game to manipulate you to want to argue. Vaccinated versus a non-vaccinated. And now it's to the point where you want to disrespect other people. You want to have smart comments. You want to be, all these other different disrespectful things. And the question is, why? It's because you've been bamboozled to do something. You've been tricked to be angry about something that you have no control over. And so my question is if you don't have the right to take control over it, why is someone else trying to take the right to control over it? That's all.
Right. Facts. Let me just comment from Rodney. He said, if you don't get the vaccine, they keep saying we can spread the virus and cause others to be sick or die. And he said, let's see, also.
Come on up, Rodney. Come on up. And for those who want to know what HIPAA stands for, it stands for Health, Insurance, Portability, and Accountability Act. I'm going to say that one more time. Health, Insurance, Portability, and Accountability Act. And my HIPAA means that I get to keep my privacy. It's not your business what my medical records is. I think you can be of the age of 16, 17, 18, something like that, and your parents don't have the right to go in their children's medical records. You know why? Because it's their medical records. It's their privacy. So if a parent can't look at their own child's medical record, who are you to be in my medical business like that? Who are you to stop? What, we gonna have COVID police? Will you run up on people and make them pull out their COVID cards?
Dude, that's where they taking it, man. Like I said, they trying to, like I said, I heard the press talking about sending the little task force out to your door, man. Literally, they want to knock on your door, man.
Okay. And do what?
Man, I guess I don't know if they're gonna pull the shot out right then and there.
No. They're just gonna give you. They are right now. They're just consultants, or however you want to call it. They just come around with additional information to give you on the vaccine, and they answer your questions. If you have any questions about the vaccine, they answer your questions. And yes,
it's on television. We got Google. I got Siri's. It's on television. It's being marketed.
It's manipulation. It's pure manipulation.
It's at the weed shop. If I want to go get a quarter barrel or ounce, I can go smoke some weed and get all the instructions that I want, because I might process it better while I'm high. I could go over the manual while I'm eating drinking a Wendy's Frosty. Hold on one second, y'all. My mama.
No, you good, man. You good, man.
Yeah, no, I just have to say this though. Like, for the people who are saying it's immoral, like you should make this decision based off like a moral issue, like you have a moral issue to care about the people around you, to care about, not making anybody sick and all of those things. Like that for me, I have a problem with that part, right? Like I have a problem with people saying like, once again, who are you to determine my morality, right? So you have our vice president, Kamala. She gets on national television and she quotes a scripture, right? Now, we didn't used to be religious, right? Like everybody religious now, that the vice president can get on the national news and quote scriptures. Boom. I got you, sis. I got one for you. Since you want to quote, we should love our neighbors, right? And so we should love our neighbors enough to give this vaccine for them. Let me quote one for you right now. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. That's my scripture. So for me, I am religious, and the Bible determines my morality. And if God is saying don't touch it, I won't touch it, because my help, my healing, my faith, my deliverance, all of that is tied up in my Lord, my Lord, my Savior, Jesus Christ. So I'm putting that on him. This ain't about me not loving my neighbor. This is about me loving my God. And my God is telling me, stay away from this world's sorceries, aka their pharmakeia. So I'm going to hold off on it personally. And I feel like anyone who, for religious reasons or philosophical reasons, are wanting to stay away from this vaccine should be allowed to have that choice, to be able to determine that for themselves and not have it forced on them. Period.
Right.
So, I mean, if we can throw scriptures around, I got something for you too. Because what we're not going to do is use scripture as a weapon against those who are standing, on a foundation that will not allow them to fall into, any kind of fear or any kind of social pressure. We're not going to attack those, but then tell everybody else that it's okay. I mean, I just think, why make this that issue? It's okay if you are a woman who wants to be a man. That's you. Do your, hey, free. It's freedom. Freedom. It's okay if you're same sex attracted. Freedom. It's okay. If all of those things are okay, we are accepting people as they are. But when someone says they want to stand on their own principles and they don't want you to determine their morality, then it becomes well, you should just you're not being ethical and you're not being, no, you don't get to decide my ethics. You don't get to decide my morality either. You don't get to do that. If I don't get to tell you that it's not okay for a man to be in a dress, then you don't get to tell me that it's not okay for me to not want to take this inoculation. You don't get to do that. Period.
Right.
Plain blank period.
For sure. What's up, Rodney? Thanks for joining, man.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm sorry I'm late to the conversation. I was watching the NBA draft.
You always on time, big dog. And Russell Westbrook, a Laker. Let's go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But no, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I say you want to say something, man?
Oh, just quickly. I mean, I agree with everything that you all are saying, and I put in the comments that I believe we're coming to the last days. And that's just my belief. That's my opinion. From when you start to see the parts of things that are going on in the world, you're starting to see what's coming true. I agree, King. I agree with everything you said, man. As far as the weed, handing out weed, putting lotteries, donuts, something does not resonate well with me with that at all. And I want to be clear, I have had other vaccinations for different things. But when I look at biblically what is happening, and I'm just saying, comparing what it says to the Bible to what's happening in reality, it's a no for our family. And we've spoken, we've talked to our kids about it. My youngest son, I won't go into detail, even if he was old enough for personal health reasons that I won't state, he's not going to be able to have it anyway. So even if he was old enough, he cannot have it. So what I guess I wanted to interject into the conversation is there is a population of people that aren't going to be able to have it for non-religious reasons, for straight medical reasons. My son is one of them. And I don't feel that he should be shamed into not having it. I think it's a travesty of what, at least I can speak for I live in Lansing, I should mention. So for the East Lansing Public School District, which our children attend, they're doing, what'd you say?
I said I went to East Lansing, gang.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. So our oldest son is a senior at East Lansing High School, and our youngest son is, he'll be going in the 3rd grade. And basically what they're doing is if you're in 7th grade or higher, you can basically choose to wear your mask. And if you're kindergarten through 6th grade, you have to wear a mask regardless. Since you're from East Lansing, you can appreciate this. McDonald Middle School is 6th through 8th. So what you're going to have is every single 6th grader has to wear a mask. And in 7th and 8th grade, you can or cannot, it's your choice to wear a mask. So you can see already before the school year starts the division that's going to cause. Because even if I didn't know you were a 6th grader, I can probably assume you're a 6th grader now because you have to wear a mask. I'm in 7th grade, and even though I haven't been vaccinated, you can. So No, I appreciate what you all are bringing to the table. And the last thing I'll just add, and I put this in the comment section, is that I absolutely refuse to live in fear. And my
Go.
wife and I mean, the Bible says, if the birds aren't worried about food, if the deer aren't worried, I'm not gonna live. Won't I take care of you? More Chloe's is not her. You know where I'm going. Don't I love you more than I would than a bird or an ant and none of them are worried about it. So that means that I'm not afraid of Dr. Fauci. I'm not afraid of not having a vaccine. I'm not afraid that you say I'm going to die because I'm not vaccinated. I'm not afraid that I'm going to kill my mom because I'm not vaccinated because I pass it to her. So I just say that, and I know we got people of different religions and different things on here. So I hope I'm not being disrespectful to anyone. That's not my intent. But I'll just say this: for our family, we are absolutely not living in fear. And so if I did test, because we haven't had it, and just between, I treat you all like family. I know, Chloe, I just added you a couple months ago. I'll be taking my first trip internationally to Naples, Italy in September. And I'm on a COVID tested flight. I don't know if you all are familiar with that, which basically means the people who aren't vaccinated, we go to the airport to be tested at the airport, then fly to where we're going, get there, test there, and then when we come back, we do the same thing. I think these are the small things that are trying to shame people into doing it. And we're too close to the end of the game, as my mother says, to the credits, for me to wuss out on God just because CNN has a death toll on the left side of their screen saying that people are going to die. So anyway, that's where the Page family is coming. I appreciate you. I love the show. So.
Go, Rodney, go.
No, we appreciate you coming on with that, man. Like I said, just sharing what you shared. I'm sure that helped somebody, what I'm saying, in their view, in their thought process around this whole situation. And like I said, that's really what it is coming down to, man. Like I said, the shaming stuff, it's got to stop. Like I said, it is your choice. Some folks, like Rodney just mentioned, they're not living in fear. They're not scared. They're not scared of what all of these things that we're being fed right now. Like I said, we're literally being fed a lot of things. And a lot of it is foggy. When we talk about statistics and things like that, I'm even hearing situations in California where they are now rolling back death certificates from previous deaths that they marked as COVID deaths. They are now rolling those back. What I'm saying? Why were we marking people as COVID deaths when they really weren't in the first place? Like I said, we got to start thinking and paying attention to what is actually happening. And we can't allow it to turn us against each other. Like I said, if anything, I want to put that out here. What I'm saying? We are allowing this situation to pit us as enemies against each other. Like King said, the vaccinated versus the unvaccinated. And that's not the case. Yeah, we're really on here talking about choice. We're talking about rights. We're talking about privacy. We're talking about moral standards. We're talking about people's option or people's ability to live their life how they choose. We're talking about people being allowed to have their own views on how they go about this situation, not being mandated, not being told, because you won't do this, you can't be here. Like I said, this is a lot going on, and I need people to understand that this is even larger than COVID. COVID has been the catalyst for a lot of things that are being changed. I don't know if people are seeing it or not, or if they're even paying attention. But a lot of things are being changed. A lot of things are being implemented. We are being pushed into an artificial inflation. I mean, people need to understand what is actually happening. We're having a consolidation of powers. Companies are consolidating and buying each other.
Mm.
You know, we have CEOs fleeing these companies left and right.
Mm.
You know, we got a new infatuation with flying out of space. we got a lot of stuff going on, and people are not even paying attention. They thinking it's just all fun and games.
You forgot about supply chain disruption.
Right. We got supply chain disruptions going on with all of this old fake. And like I said, I'm a technology guy, so I know all about a ransomware.
Go first,
And
lady.
the stuff that we've been getting shown, this is not really what we think it is.
Mm.
Yeah, so I need people to just start paying attention. Like I said, you people that are have chosen not to take the shot, or the people that have chosen to take the shot, y'all not enemies with each other. Yeah, we need to let that go. Stop shaming each other. It's not about shaming nobody. Stop shaming each other. Yeah, that shouldn't even be happening. Yeah, we talking about grown folks making a decision on what they're going to do for themselves and their family. I'm gonna leave it at that, man.
Can I just add something?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ryan.
To what you're
Close.
saying is, and I think one of you all said it earlier, and I apologize if I partly heard it, but I think that is exactly what the devil wants. The devil wants exactly that chaos and that division. So it just I look at it like this is almost like the new racism. It's the new type, whether it's abortion, not abortion, it's whether you're rich, I'm poor, you had it good, you're light skinned, I'm dark skinned, you like hip hop, I like country. It's whatever. It's so now the vaccinated, unvaccinated is the new thing. And I'll just say this, for me personally, you know, I make it a point, and our family, we make it a point to where people can see Christ through us, despite where you might, what someone might do to you or try to shame you, is that even then they should be able to see Christ through how you react to what they do. And I'm not saying that's easier said than done, but so I'm not going to let someone that voted for someone that I didn't like, I'm not saying I have to be best friends with them, but I don't have to go to a disrespectful level. But you can see it, and I think maybe it was Chloe, I can't remember who said it, but when we're all fighting against each other, and this is my opinion, the people who are doing the real evil can slide a whole bunch of stuff past you when I'm so focused on you're vaccinated, I'm not, you know, because there's already a lot of things. I think it was dealing with, let's say, I mean, I'm not trying to change the subject, so I apologize, but I'm just saying, like, if you choose to be a woman today, or you got to call me they, because I don't identify with this or this. See, all these little things are kind of sliding by the cracks while I'm actually really destroying what's going on. So I just say that, you know, I look at this in a weird way, man, call me weird, almost as a blessing, because it strengthened my relationship with Christ. Not that it was weak before COVID, but now it's crystal clear. And you know, Quay, you were saying before, like, some people, I didn't see the post, but whatever they were posting, now you know where they are.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
now, where before COVID, maybe you were friends with that person or whatever, acquaintance from work or whoever it was, you might not have known, but now you know where they stand. So, you know, with some people who've deleted me and some posts I put up a Bible scripture, and then they want to put, well, this isn't true and this isn't true. And I said, well, I respect your thought. That's not how I feel. We can be cordial, but you're not going to bully me into, and I say bully, into thinking how you're thinking, or make me feel bad for the way that I think. So
go.
All right. No, for sure, man. No, I appreciate you saying that, man. And like I said, I think this is just one of those situations where A lot of people will. They're going to reveal themselves. Because everybody has strong thoughts or strong feelings around this particular topic. And like I said, it is being used as a distraction. It is being used as a basically divide or tool to divide. And like I said, a lot of us are just falling right in the trap. And like I said, we just have to be aware. And then two, like I said, another thing that we need to do, lesson, I'll leave it at this because I know we got to get ready to wrap. We have to be open to what other people are saying. Yeah, I'm not sure why everybody has gotten so close-minded around this topic.
Control.
People who have been vaccinated, you have to be open. You should be open to people who have not been vaccinated and what their thoughts and viewpoints and so forth, and then vice versa. People who have not been vaccinated, you should be open to hear, what somebody who has been vaccinated has to say. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not sure why all of a sudden we can't have dialogue or have a mature conversation just because the topic is a vaccine. We can have these conversations about anything else, but now all of a sudden we can't have these conversations around the vaccine. And like I said, it makes no sense. So yeah, man, let's say we gotta do better. Let's say we gotta be aware of what is going on. We gotta do more research. We got to look into these things ourselves versus just taking what we're fed, because we're getting fed a lot right now. Yeah, I don't know if people peeping that, but we're getting fed a lot right now, and it ain't even clean information. It's foggy information. So, I mean, we just really need to understand and pay attention to what is going on. Like I said, right now around this world, there's a lot of people cutting up right now, protesting, burning up stuff. Like I said, tear gassing, they against the green card. There's a lot going on. And like I said, that stuff is being hushed. So I think we need to just really sit down and look into what we are really dealing with. Like I said, this is not just about COVID. This is larger than just COVID. COVID is just one piece of this whole puzzle that's being executed right in front of our faces right now. But I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I know we got to get ready to close. Rodney, you want to say anything in closing, man, before we get ready to get off here, man?
Well, first, thank you for having me a part of the conversation, and I enjoy what you do. I appreciate you, and I'll just say this. I know I respect, and I know you all respect people's decision to do things, but I would encourage you all, whatever decision you make, to continue to ask questions, to continue to challenge thought, and be strong and not go with the masses. Because I mean, again, I don't know why I'm quoting the Bible so much, but most people are going to be led astray. I mean, it says most are going to be led astray, and so anytime when most people are saying things, at least after everything that's happened, that's already a red flag for me. Most people think this, okay, that doesn't necessarily mean it's right. So I would just encourage everyone to just continue to challenge. If it's the right decision for you, it's the right decision for you. For our family, it is not the right decision. And but if it is for you, that's not going to hinder any friendships, or we're not going to give any shame. I'll pray for people who are vaccinated, just like I pray for people who aren't. So,
all right, cool, man. No, we appreciate that, man. I said, once again, we always appreciate you joining the show. And man, like I said, shout out to Rodney, man. So for all the folks who be scared to get up on the panel, Rodney don't even hold him back. He get the link. He up on the panel, man. So let's say anybody who's watching the show, like I said, don't be scared to get up on the panel. Like I said, it ain't we ain't attacking nobody. We don't, saying it ain't as scary as it looks. So like I said, definitely don't be afraid to get up on the panel with us and just kick it and have these conversations. Chloe, you want to say anything in closing? Or are you good?
I mean, I think just that, like, I probably will echo a lot of what Ronnie is saying. Like, I think make room for people with different opinions. Like, make room. Like, this spirit of offense that has fallen on everybody. Like everybody gets so offended now. You can't say anything to people anymore. Like people are so offended. You cannot have an opinion that differs from anyone these days. Everyone is offended. It's almost like they think you are specifically attacking them because you have a personal belief or a feeling for yourself. So, because you believe something, you believe it, you need to either be quiet about your beliefs or you need to make sure you consider their feelings. And it's just, no, my beliefs are just that. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to consider your feelings about my beliefs. And you're not going to determine what my morality is. Like, we're just not going to do that. It's called boundaries. So I think if we just give back to everybody having healthy boundaries, then I think that we can have unvaccinated people and vaccinated people, and we can go as coexist just the way unvaccinated and vaccinated people have been coexisting all of this time. Like, I don't understand why this is a new phenomenon, other than the fact that, and I know this has been touched on, but I have to say it. Other than the fact that this vaccine is different, the situation is different. We can't look at this as anything that we've ever seen before. We cannot look at this as being the same as anything that we've ever come across before. It is different. We are in a different time and a different season. We are at the end of this age, and people have to understand that, whether you believe it or not, listen, I respect whatever your beliefs are. And whether you believe in my version of the Bible or not, it still don't make it not true. So it's still true. And Bible prophecy is being fulfilled. And, hide your kids, hide your wife. The mark of the beast is here.
You got anything for us, Quay? You muted, big dog. You muted. Your mic muted, big dog.
My bad. Yeah, no, I've said my piece. I'm good, man. Like I said, just shout out to everybody who's joined us in the comments tonight. Comment string is definitely long. We appreciate the support. Yeah, and I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Do your thing, man.
Amazing show tonight. Rodney, roses, big bro. I appreciate you coming out here spitting your knowledge. And you're not wrong for your perspective and what you believe in. You have the right and free will to believe whatever you want to believe, sir. And just because you believe something and you're expressing how you believe something shouldn't offend no one else, because they have the right to come up here and express what they believe. You know what I mean? And so I appreciate you being bold enough to come out here, state what you believe, stand on it, and your family stand on it. Way to be a leader of your family, bro. That's a beautiful thing. Chloe, Quay, I love you guys for being on your principles and your morals and standing in your word. Everyone doesn't have to agree with you. Be not of this world. So you're not meant to fit in when you were born to stand out anyway. And I want to end it like this. Something short, sweet, and simple. God, higher power, creator, whatever you want to call it, and fear cannot occupy the same space. God, higher power, fear, or whatever you want to call it, cannot occupy the same space. Because if you believe in a creator, then the creator created it all, which means he's in control of all of it. So what do you have to be scared of? Our fear is our own choice, and it's our biggest enemy because it's the one right between our ears. Because then nobody tell us to be scared or nothing. We told ourselves that. Fear is false evidence of being real. We create our own fear. Between the two ears, your enemy is your inner me. Say that one more time. Your enemy is your inner me inside you. So shout out to the people who did get it. I want to give roses to everyone who did get vaccinated. Man, I'm proud of you. You did something and made a decision for yourself. You did your research. You made a choice. You did it for your family. You did it for whatever reasons you did it for, which ain't none of our business. At the end of the day, you did what you chose to do for yourself. And I commend you on doing something. I commend you on taking action. I commend you on taking choice. Even though you might have been scared, even though you might not have known if it was the right choice, you said, you know what? I want to do something. And for me, this fits my lifestyle. So I commend y'all. I know I made the little jokes about, you know, my Virginia and this and that. It's a show. It's got to be entertaining. You know what I mean? At the same time, if I'm not hating on you, don't throw no shade my way. You feel me? And even if you did throw the shade, hell, thank you. It's kind of hot outside, so I appreciate being cool. Love you guys. That's our show. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, bring a friend. And we're going to have a new topic for you. And next time you come on the show and express your opinion, don't just be in the comments section. Come up here, state your opinion, because your opinion is just as valuable as any of ours. We never said we was an expert. We never want to just hear ourselves talk. Anyone and everyone is always welcome on the show. We love people with different opinions and different thoughts, as long as you ain't being disrespectful. As long as you ain't being disrespectful, you can respectfully disagree and have a different opinion, and it is A-okay. It is when, one, you disrespect someone that's on the show, two, disrespect Chloe because she's a female, and we will not tolerate any of that, or any of the women that come up on our show. We will not tolerate any of that. Any women in the comment section, any female bashing, period, we will not tolerate that, period, because that's a standard that just me and my brother Quay set, and we have our boundaries. If you don't like it, go to another show and express yourself. If you're okay with the rules and the confinement of that, then come on the show, come have some fun, come express yourself and showcase your knowledge. We want to hear from you. I mean, that's the only way we grow. We grow together. That's what this show's all about.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, no, with that being said, once again, we do this show every Thursday night, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, every Thursday night. So once again, this is Look in the Mirror. And with that being said, everybody have an awesome night.